Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. And Debbie's here from the Artesia 9/11 Memorial, and exciting event coming up here in about a month, a little over a month.
Almost exactly. May 28th is when our Guns N' Hoses charity softball game will take place.
Well, we're really looking forward to this. You put in a lot of work to make this more than just, show up and watch the guys play.
When I went to Chief with the idea, actually, it was something that Allison Frazier and I had been talking about, and through various things that had taken place, we kind of had to postpone it for a while, and then Allison wasn't able to help contribute as much as she wanted to, so we kind of, tabled it for a little bit, and then I asked Chief, I said, maybe we could just do a real simple Guns N' Hoses charity softball game, and he said that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, now it's turning out to be a little bit bigger than we anticipated, just like the exhibit was.
Right.
Although that was a huge thing to come to Artesia, so we were super honored to be able to bring that. But now to be able to host New Mexico's very first Guns N' Hoses charity event, whether it's softball, boxing, basketball, because there's so many different Guns N' Hoses things going on throughout the country. But to be able to host New Mexico's first, we're honored to be able to do that also. So, we kind of pioneered with the exhibit, and now here we are with the Guns N' Hoses event. But we're super excited. It's coming up on May 28th at noon at Brainerd Park. We're doing a 50s era kind of old-fashioned style, quote, baseball game, although it's softball.
Right.
Police versus fire. And we've got some awesome sponsors. Like I said, it's kind of just snowballing into something a little bit bigger than we thought, but we're super grateful for.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And so folks aren't confused, it is a softball game.
It's a softball
But it's at Brainerd because Brainerd has a lot of bleachers.
History, and it has a lot of history. That field, and I understand some either pro or semi-pro ball players originated from here and even may have played at Brainerd Park. So, it's all kind of tying in together.
Yeah.
So we're just really, really happy that it's turning out to be what it is. You know
what I should do? I should have you talk to Amy McVeigh-Tejas.
Okay.
Who runs the Southeast New Mexico Historical Museum up in Roswell.
Okay.
And they've had some authors that have done some books on some of these ball players. I know there was one gentleman that had played in that league. I think he's passed away here in the last couple of years, but maybe there's some history or some relatives or some people that know people that actually played there.
Maybe we can invite them to the game.
Exactly.
They could be our special guests.
Yeah.
Because even though we have some special guests coming from New York City, the more the merrier. We're also reaching out to all of the families of all of Eddy counties and even Chaves County, because of course we want to include Jeff Strobel within our group of fallen first responders. We want to be sure to honor them at this game. That's really what it's about. It's Memorial Weekend. What better time to honor our fallen first responders, regardless of how they passed, whether they died in the line of duty or not. We feel that they deserve mention and thanks, and we need to honor them the way that is most befitting.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a big part of our opening ceremony. We've got Border Patrol that was kind enough to offer presenting the colors at our opening ceremony. We're looking at a couple of, popular singers out there to come in and help us with our national anthem and a couple of other songs that we have planned for the opening ceremony. Of course, we want to do something like a seventh inning stretch, a little bit of a timeout, so that we can dunk our city officials, our fire chief, our mayor, some of our police officers.
I asked the mayor yesterday. I said, have you been told which team you're going to be on? And he said, no, they don't want me on their team. He says, but I do think I'm going to be dunked. So I think he's aware of what you're planning
He's aware
for.
of that. We're still reaching out to John Ross over at APS. Thad Phipps, we believe, is going to be a good sport and be dunked as well. We've got a couple of commanders from APD. I do know Tom A. from Be in the Breakfast Club or the Be in the Breakfast Show.
Well, we don't talk about that because
I know we don't because that's your competitor.
Yeah,
However,
that's right.
He did reach out to me and say that he would be willing to be dunked as well. And,
well, of course, they
and,
have to worm their way into anything.
Well,
you
know what? We're local. We're here in Artesia. I mean, we're going to take as much advertising as we can get, and we do thank everybody that has been gracious enough to put the word out there for us. If I can take just a minute to thank a few sponsors, because I always have a list of sponsors. And like I said, it's grown to be a little bit bigger than we anticipated. So we are extremely grateful for Context Productions, Smith Engineering. They're wonderful people, and they help out the community so much. So we definitely want to do a thank you to them. Siddons Martin Hotel Artesia, Lucid Energy, Devon Energy, HF Sinclair has come on board with us as well. We're very honored. PY Foundation, ConocoPhillips, and then our forever faithful supporters, Fens and Greg's. They are always pulling through at the last minute and helping us out. KSVP, I've got to, give a shout out to Eugene as well. You always get me on the radio when I ask. You're always offering support and help, and I know that you're going to live stream the game for us.
Absolutely.
And, like I said, we're looking for that old-time announcer, and we've done a shout out to... What's the guy's name? Joey Bruno?
Yes.
Is that him?
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him yet, so I'm waiting.
Uh-oh. Come on, Joey.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, okay.
And I have one more special shout out that I have to do, and that goes out to Charlie at Subway.
Okay.
We're having our very first team players meeting today at noon at the Public Safety Complex in our AFD training room. And at the very last minute, because I've got a billion things on my plate right now, I asked them to put together a catering tray for us for the guys that are going to be coming, the guys and girls that are going to be playing at the game. And they did it last minute for me, and they just basically bent over backwards. So I want to say thank you so much, Charlie and Subway. We appreciate everything that you do. Every time we've called on you as well, Subway, you've always backed us. So
for the public, they're going to be encouraged to basically come out and buy a ticket.
Correct.
Come out and support and watch the game and enjoy the festivities, the ceremonies that go on. Is there going to be concessions while they're there?
Actually, there is. We are going to be selling tickets on game day at the box office there at Brainerd Park. They're $5 for adults. Anybody under the age of 18, $2. And we will be selling hot dogs, sarsaparilla, peanuts, Cracker Jacks. We're going to have some old-fashioned peanut vendors out there with our hot dogs and all of our wares for sale. Doing
Are they going to be walking through the crowd?
Oh, yeah, with the paper hats saying peanuts, Cracker Jacks, doing, like I said, we're trying to do the 50s style, 50s era themed game. Just a lot of old-fashioned fun.
Well, hopefully they've practiced throwing the peanuts to the people that buy them,
Yes, I had a volunteers meeting, and I had a few people wanting to sign up specifically doing the vendor sales, and I think those are the ones that are working on their arm, So, and everything's going to be affordably priced. I mean, we want people to come out. Of course, we do want to raise funds for the nonprofit. We're partnering with so many different organizations and stuff to get the 9/11 Youth Education Book Program going. Devon Energy is instrumental in helping us move forward with that. And we're working with Tunnel to Towers. Christy Boreal, one of our special guests that'll be here on game day. She'll also be part of the meet and greet we're going to be having on the 27th before the game at Hotel Artesia for a group of people that we think will be able to help spread 9/11 youth education. So we want to get all those powers that be together in one room. Of course, we're also bringing Lieutenant John Kiernan. He's a retired FDNY firefighter, part of the elite rescue unit there.
Can you stick around for just a few minutes?
Sure.
We're going to break for news, and then when we come back...
Yeah, I'll keep going and going if you don't stop me. So,
all right. No, Debbie's here from the Artesia 9/11 Memorial, and we're going to talk more about guns and hoses coming